Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Friday Fix. This week we're going to focus on the shoulder. The shoulder is a joint that we want to make sure has a lot of mobility in all directions. Often we find that the joint can get limited due to various factors, including joint restrictions, tissue restrictions, or stability restrictions due to lack of motor control at the shoulder blade. We're going to show you a quick screen in two different positions to determine if you have more of a mobility or a stability issue, and then we'll show you correctives to perform for each of those. Now we're going to go over the shoulder screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arm up to a 90-degree position, and then from there you're going to try to rotate it back as far as you can. What we're looking for is to see if your shoulder or your arm can get past this spine angle, comparing your forearm to that. If it does, it shows that you have good mobility. However, if it doesn't get past that line or to that line, it shows that you have possibly mobility restrictions that we should work on. Now, if you pass the test and show good mobility, let's see how your stability looks. So then we're going to get into a golf posture, a little bit of a hinge position. For golfers out there, get into our 5-iron position, bring your arm up, and perform the exact same test. If you see a reduction in mobility, whereas you were past it before and now you can't get past it, that spinal angle, then we now know you have stability issues, and we have exercises that we can do to help improve that. In this picture, we're performing the first part of our shoulder screen. In a standing position, I am bringing my arm into a 90-90 position and then trying to externally rotate as far as I can. The red line indicates the spine angle, and that's where we're trying to see if our shoulder or our forearm can get past that mark. If it gets equal to or below that, it's the sign of a mobility issue, and then we can focus our exercises on improving mobility during the next few weeks. In the second picture, I'm performing the same test but in a golf posture. If we show that we have decreased motion in this golf posture or more of a dynamic posture, that shows that we possibly have stability issues within that joint that need to be addressed, and the exercises for stability issues are going to look different than those for mobility issues. The first mobility drill that we have is a thoracic mobilization along with a shoulder stretch. The combination of these two allow for improved overhead mobility. This can be performed at a chair or at a couch and can be held for 10 to 20 seconds and performed from a rep range of 3 to 5 times. The next drill is a shoulder CAR. CAR stands for controlled articular rotations. In this drill, our goal is to bring the joint through its full range of motion. So we start with the arm moving into flexion. When we get to the top, we then rotate, bringing our thumb forward, as we then bring our arm into extension, bringing it back and trying to form a circle on the wall. We then can repeat that motion backwards. Now that we've completed some mobility exercises, we're going to focus on stability drills that we can perform to help improve range of motion. I've learned these through TPI and Dr. Tom House, and these are great ways to improve overall activity and motion of the joint. First, we're going to start with palm presses. So bring your arms up, push your palms together as hard as you can. Then we're going to push our pinkies, then our ring finger, then our middle finger, then our index finger, and then our thumb. And then you're going to push all of them together, and then we're going to wind back and forth. Then we're going to bring our fingertips together, same thing, push as hard as you can, and then wind that watch. And then shake it out. And then you're going to pull. So you're going to take your hands, grab, pull apart, and go side to side. You're going to go forward, backwards. Then you're going to go forward. And then you're going to swim. Now instead of pulling, you're going to push side to side, forward, backward while still pushing, and then swim forward, and then swim backward. And then shake it out. Now what I want you to do is go back to that test again where we were in a standing position and rotate and see if you notice any improvement in your mobility after doing some of these stability drills.